Oh, it's 5:02.
Yeah, so
We're live now.
almost on time. Almost on time.
Dang.
But we did make it. And it's that time once again, of course. We'll just get right into it. Because last week we forgot to do this. So now we'll just do this right away.
Look at this. An official show.
Yeah, we're officially opening up this week's episode of
Insert title here.
the show that changes names so frequently we put a placeholder in and then stop changing it. And I'm here. Brian's here. Mars is out there somewhere, maybe on his way, maybe not. We never know till he shows up. And who knows, Gothard might even pop by. They all get invites. The other fun thing is, Lulu is also still on the invite list. So you never know when she's going to stop by. I mean, I think...
I saw her tweet earlier.
Yeah.
She's got a reason to be here.
There's the whole... he says, she says, he says, blah, blah, blah. But,
we can leave that alone, right?
there's a whole thing I'm not going to touch with a 50-foot pole. Right.
Fortunately, there are poles that long.
You know, sometimes there's situations where you wonder if two people are the same person because you never see the two of them at the same time. Well, we have two people here we're never going to see at the same time, but I'm pretty sure they're not the same person. But I'm just saying... Lulu has been active on the internets of late, and she's still on the. I refuse to change the announcement group. If they do have Twitter in the afterlife, Venison very well may pop in here because he's still getting those tweet DMs with the show link every week, or his account is. So if he finds a way to get to a working computer with Twitter. With a microphone that can transmit some kind of sound he can emit.
Maybe he's on DOS 2.0.
It might be. I don't know what they have in the afterlife, but if they, at some point they get Twitter there, he's still getting the link to his account.
Yeah,
that's.
Is there a DOS program to get Twitter? Can you get to the internet with DOS 2.0?
My experience starts with.
Maybe if you still had a CompuServe account.
Maybe I don't know. Do they still have the free Netscape CDRs on in the Walmart on the racks that you can take?
I haven't seen one
for the dial-up service. Actually, I think it used to...
See, here he is. That would get demanding. He'd have to go, Lord, now I actually need a modem.
Yeah. Well, now that we got Wi-Fi signals, you don't have to run network cables into alternate dimensions and time and space and being. So as long as they can find a way to transmit a Wi-Fi signal between different planes of existence, Well,
maybe that's why we have 5G networks now.
That could be. It could be. The 5G is compatible with the plane of existence of the afterlife, and all of a sudden we're going to start getting texts on our phones from people we haven't heard from in a while. That would be wild.
Could be a little creepy.
Could be. That'd be just a little creepy. And how many years do you think it would take to get from wow, someone has compromised all our data and is trying to scam us out of our money to, oh my God, this is for real?
Right. And maybe Venice is there to provide technical support.
That would.
Is that too far?
Well, I mean, he's not been one to be known for his gainful employment, but we won't hold that against him.
Well, he did have certain disabilities, right?
Well, well, Yeah, you know, sometimes you don't even realize you're painting yourself into a corner until you find yourself there and go, "Oh my gosh, how am I gonna?"
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
that's
Too fast, too soon, too far. You bet. You
there are
name it.
certain parts of this story that we don't need to dwell on, but I think the most important thing that we learned from that experience was how long you can stop paying your tax bills on your property before someone escorts you from your house, and it's longer than you'd think. So, so there is that, you know, and someone had to do
The
that.
poor bastard finds himself in trouble and then is escorted a short time. He's going to say, "You guys fucking lied."
Yeah, I mean, I think that's more of a case by case thing.
Yeah. The best thing to do is make a deal. Hey, make a deal. Offer me a deal. Give me a reason to go.
well,
I
well,
want to
some
go peacefully, eventually,
Well,
but
someone
I
made
got to
him a
have a deal.
deal, and he had two
Of course.
options. One, the police show up and we forcibly remove you, or two, we cut you a check and you go quietly. And you know, you weigh your options and
Right.
you list the pros and the cons, and you know you. I guess the thing was, in many ways, there was a lot of luck. Uh,
Sure.
Much of it bad.
Sure.
Working, but the thing was that when someone else ended up owning the house as a result of whatever process happens when the tax bill doesn't get paid and that gets auctioned off or whatever, some dude bought it thinking he was going to flip it, found an old man living in it, and disappeared and stopped paying the mortgage bill. So it had to foreclose and go through a whole other set of processes before they got
Right.
to the point of someone owns this that's actually going to do something about it. That's when the police show up to take you out of the house, when you actually get to a point that someone owns the house that actually intends to do something with it and will take the actions to make the house
Right.
be
Right.
vacant. But we're talking about
It's actually
5G
surprising.
Wi-Fi and afterlife,
Yeah.
not house.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. We're moving on because here's Mars to set us straight.
Right. So Mars is
What?
here.
Uh-huh.
Well, I was just saying, I was talking about the show link invite and the people who are on the invite list, and the fact that as soon as Venison figures out a way to get to his Twitter account from the afterlife, he probably is going to show up one of these weeks.
Dude, that
And-
boy is a
and-
lazy
and dude-
bastard. He didn't work for like 7 years. What the hell's his problem? He's not going to find a
And
freaking link.
Dune,
He
and
always
Dune-
got his way to a computer, though.
Yeah,
and-
he's
and
probably using some
Dune
broken
has
down.
posted in the
Sorry.
chat. Hey,
Uh,
Dune.
Yeah, dude. Oh, that dude. They did.
He's always using some broken down laptop anyway. I mean, people donated, which was awesome, but
Yeah.
you know, he broke those things. Like he said, "Oh, I'm gonna fix it," and then he fixed it. All right, and he
Y-
couldn't
y-
get Wi-Fi.
You know what the problem is? The problem is that if someone throws out that laptop, the HP laptop that he was using that he got from me, and it ends up in a landfill improperly disposed of, and someone looks up the serial number to turn in whoever improperly disposed the laptop, PCA might be on the hook for that one. So that's
Yeah, but hold on though. But
Yeah.
you got it when it was still Tharco, right?
well,
And
it'll
they'll
event-
look up Tharco and they says, well, they don't exist anymore.
No, they'll look up Tharco. They'll see Boy. Well, actually, no. That laptop I believe was bought under Boise's name, possibly. But
Did
The-
you get an HP or a Dell?
no, it was a Dell. That's right. It was Tharco used Dells.
But that's okay. They'll look it up. They'll say,
Yeah.
"Oh, look, PCA's under problem, and
Well-
you don't work there anymore, so it's okay."
Well, the reason I know that this is a thing is because we used to give away hardware or look, and so at some point when we had e-waste stuff that we weren't putting on pallets and sending to proper disposal, that is very expensive. My Fong, I think, actually brought up the idea of maybe we can find some kind of an education thing to donate the equipment to. And this was when we were under Boise. And Boise had a very large legal department. And I know this because just about everything, when you ask the question, why is it done that way? Well, that's the way our legal department tells us to do it.
Don't you have potatoes there?
It's They do, but they also
Actually,
have
Boise has two types of chips: potato chips and computer chips.
yeah.
Mostly memory.
So yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's interesting the different corporate cultures that exist at different companies. He's like, there's a lot of ways that many businesses are the same, and then you find out there's these unique things. And I'm not saying that having a legal department or getting legal advisement is a unique thing, but Boise did it to a level that no other company I worked for has done.
What did they do? We've been dragging on that.
Well, for example, the reasoning behind the email policies that we were forced to push out was dictated by the legal department.
That's a different topic. Stick on the topic of the recycling.
Oh, well, yeah.
What was the policy on recycling?
The policy on recycling was you cannot donate equipment to anyone or give it away at all. And the reason is because at some point a Boise laptop was given to someone and it got thrown away improperly and it was found improperly disposed of and the serial number traced it back to them and they had a fine for it. So legal said no more. You have to dispose of it all properly. You can't,
so you need
donate.
To take it apart and scratch off the serial number so it's not traceable.
Well, you just e-waste it properly and get the certificate so that you can prove that you... Now, I don't know what they actually did to... Here's the thing, is that there's a little bit of bullshit in there because there's nothing that states that they still can't trace things back to you if the company that you e-waste with does something shady even and you have your paperwork in order.
Sure.
All I know is that legal said you can't do that.
Get the serial numbers on the document that goes to the recycling outfit.
And I never did that.
After you say, hey, look.
See,
this is who we sold it to. Yeah, I know.
That part never came down to me. I didn't write down a single serial number on any piece of equipment ever. The only time I did that was when I had to prove...
Yeah, but how did you write it off the inventory? I'm surprised the accountants didn't get involved. Hey, we need to have that serial number so we can...
Brian, you think we had an inventory to keep track of our computer equipment?
I think a proper...
See, Brian,
I'm
you could
surprised
take
an
your computer home when
auditor
you left.
didn't pick up on that.
None of the places I have ever worked for track their computer equipment that closely. Now, I think Boise tries to.
And I'm not sure why they wouldn't.
Well, because that's put under our control and we don't have time to deal with that shit. But
well, have some dude in the accounting department go through the equipment.
Now,
as they come in, okay, we got these serial numbers. They're issued to where? Cool.
Now, I believe Boise did have controls.
Of course,
like
Arco didn't charge the departments for their computers.
Well, that's the thing that really changes, is different from company. Some companies charge equipment to IT. Some companies charge to the departments. And when you charge it to the departments, that makes my life a whole lot more difficult.
You know, it's fun. You charge equipment to the department, and then they bitch about it.
Right.
And then when it comes around to the next year, they bitch about more because you charged them more for the support. And this is why am I paying for this? Because we give you support.
Well, the big problem
this is how we exist.
Well, the big problem is now, mind you, when I worked at Analog Devices, they did that whole charging equipment to the departments. They didn't want to see IT paying for any computers except for the computers that they were using. They wanted to keep that budget real low.
Everything is
if I can finish a thought. And
yes, everything is a cost center. Yes.
Right. And so most places just find it simpler to just let IT pay for it and whatever. It's a dump truck. It just but Analog really, they charge it to the departments. But also IT tried to set the policy of equipment purchasing and support. And so my boss told me that the policy was all computers come with a 3-year warranty. We only support computers under that 3-year warranty, which means that once the 3-year warranty runs out, if I can't fix it, it has to be replaced. That was the policy IT set. And a department with a big budget had no problem with that because if I go, this laptop's 4 years old, it's not covered under warranty anymore, it's time to replace it and get you a new laptop. You can go order one through the site and your supervisor approves the purchase. Done. New laptop shows up. I give them a loaner to close the gap. But then you got
did the IT department set that price?
there was that's not something I was involved in, so I don't know how those prices were set, but I know there was a store that they went through the order.
You have some department says, well, that price is too much. I'm going to go one myself because I found one cheaper.
No, you had to buy through you had to buy through what IT had available through the site. There was a whole site that you ordered through. I never even saw the site, so I don't even know. But the big problem I ran into is that there were departments that did not have a big... Like, customer service had the lowest budget, and they had the oldest computers. Because anytime I got a computer that was, like, on its last legs, was really slow, was having problems, and then something breaks on it, my answer would be, you have to replace this. This laptop, I cannot make this work anymore. You have to, and then I'd have their manager coming over to my cube. What do you mean I have to buy a new laptop? I don't have a budget to buy a new laptop. And I'm like, hey,
not my problem.
No. So then my boss has to come in and talk to him. And so that's, and things like that would happen all the time. So that's another headache I had to deal with. So that is why I don't like. Now, I get the concept, and I like parts of it. I like the idea of a department being held accountable for their own stock and their own equipment and what they're using, because it makes them take care of the computers better. But it creates too many headaches for me, and you know what? That's not my problem. I'm not in the accounting game.
Well, what really got me is that we were starting to give out cell phones, and salespeople or whatever that were getting them were too goddamn cheap to get a case to protect it, so they drop it, it gets destroyed, they come for a new phone. I'm not getting you a new phone. Go fuck yourself.
Well, the thing is, we really should have been buying cases for those phones, but I gotta say,
this was early on.
My time at Tharco, I didn't see much of that happening. Most phone, the only thing I did see,
there was some.
Well, the only phone issue I remember was the production manager. I think his name was Dave. He was the only other person besides me that had a Windows phone. And I don't mean for the company. I mean for the world. Me and Dave Irwin at Tharco were the two guys that had Windows phones. So you're welcome, Microsoft. You owe us.
That was actually funny. There was an article from a guy that was former Nokia that was talking about why the Windows Phone failed. And they were kind of a part of that. And they also failed. It's like, shoes on the other foot, huh?
It was, it's... The problem is that anytime you wanted to do something, there was the iPhone app and there was the Droid app. Where the fuck was the Windows app? But
of course.
The thing I remember about that was that he got the phone replaced. And I guess my Fong might have done that phone. I don't think I did the phone replacement, but he got a replacement phone, and he gave the old phone to his daughter, and then pretty much said, "I'm done with this phone, so do whatever you want with it. Just wipe it, delete it, whatever." And instead of finding the way to factory reset a phone, they started poking around, and they found that They found that all of Dave's emails were still on the phone, and they didn't want all of Dave. She didn't want to be looking through her dad's work emails and all that shit.
Right.
So they wanted to make that disappear. So the next morning at work, I get a frantic help desk call from Dave that his entire inbox is empty. All of his emails have been deleted. So they just delete all, but that didn't solve anything because the emails kept coming in, so they kept deleting. So it's like, no, they did. And the funny thing is like, I think he noticed this, and so he's like, my emails are all gone. I'm like, well, that's what's in your inbox right now, because like I go through the web browser, empty. I'm like, that's the contents of your mailbox, and he's like, well, there is something else I haven't told you yet. That's what he explained about the phone, and I'm like. And it's like, yeah, my daughter's boyfriend, I think, was helping her, and he kind of made a reaction that he might have done something he shouldn't have done. And I'm like, yeah, he tried to make
Again, how is the kid gonna know, right?
they
Was there a Control Z on the web?
there was there were undue options in our environment. We were able to restore his mailbox.
Right.
We were able to retrieve things. And
Was that after you got control of the phone, or did it?
we basically said, tell them to factory reset that phone or stop doing anything to it. And he knew that it was the phone, so he put a stop to that right away. And my Fong did a restore on that. Speaking of which, it's my Fong's birthday.
Yeah.
So happy birthday to
Yeah.
now that I said that, I probably shouldn't have, because as much as it's nice to, send well wishes out there to people who are not listening, the more personal information we get. Actually, I don't think today's the actual day. I think it
Did
is.
she lie on her Facebook page?
She could have lied on her Facebook, but every year you and Nick wish her a happy birthday on it. So, and some years I do too.
In fact, actually, I saw it on the list and I didn't do anything about it.
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen any activity from that Facebook account in a few years, and I mean, I was like, oh, what has she posted anything? And I scrolled back, and within one scroll, I see where I wished her a happy birthday in 2018. So it's
nice.
it's a dead Facebook account that just gets birthday greetings every year. That's pretty much all it is. Oh, Dune's going to the book. Well, I guess he's taking notes. Five Hit Dune writing in response to Dave giving his daughter the Windows phone. What kind of phone is that? Cute girl with ew face. That's you know what kind of phone that is? That's a free kind of phone is what that is. Yeah, so yeah, you might want to factory reset your phone before you hand it off to your offspring to do
Or
the
to
hand-me-down
anybody
thing.
before you
To
recycle
anyone.
it.
Yeah.
Before you recycle it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you should definitely...
Who the fuck's
wanna...
got my phone and deleting my emails?
Well, what's fun is when you get someone else's phone number. And I've gone through this a few times. Because...
A person in the company.
well,
like Dan's. You had Dan's
well,
number.
I had Dan's number, and Dan wasn't that popular. I don't think I got one phone call meant for Dan. So sorry, Dan.
Well,
no one cares.
He wasn't a sales guy.
He wasn't a sales guy. He was a what was he? Something in IT. Was he another programmer, or was he?
HR.
No.
He's HR is not popular.
No. He was. He was.
He was one of those guys that no one knew what he did.
He was a business analyst involved in. I
business analyst. Yeah, no, I was right.
Yes, nobody knew what he did except.
No one really knew what he did, and then they eventually figured out. Well, since we don't know what you do, we don't need you. So.
That was kind of funny. He would get into heated discussions with John Knowles about how certain programs would work.
But you're the programmer.
Well, but they have to decide what they want to do.
I see. Anyways, so yeah, I had his number for a while.
But Dan was actually in charge, so he kind of won the discussion. And they were okay with it. They got along.
I had his number, and then at some point, I don't know what happened, because either I changed it for another reason, or at some point I started getting texts for booty calls, and I don't think those were meant for Dan, and I damn sure
I don't think so.
And I damn sure know they weren't meant for me.
Well, did you say, Dan, I'm getting these text messages. Do you want me to forward these to you, or?
Well, I'm trying to think if I had to change that number for another reason before that, or if that number didn't get ported over to the iPhone that I got, because at that point I was on the iPhone. Which I did that
was still with Tharco?
Yeah, because the only reason I had an iPhone was because most of the salespeople used it. So
sure. If you're going to support it, you want to be on the same thing,
right? So when the Windows Phone's term was up, I said just give me the iPhone. I'll suck it up for a few years.
I remember how that one for a while. I remember there was an Angry Gators.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
But-
caps
I
that
know.
year. A lot of
Yeah, no,
caps.
yeah. So I had the iPhone, and I started getting booty calls on it.
Well,
And
that's what iPhones. People who have iPhones get booty calls. I don't
so
know.
no, yeah, I think that based on my experience, iPhones are for booty calls. So some dude kept text every now and then, usually
So
like a.
wait a minute. So if it's just for iPhone users, how do they get your phone number? Does Apple send out a list?
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know how the dude got my number, but he thought I was someone who wasn't hooking up with him anymore because usually his messages were
It
something
was
along
a
the.
guy.
I think it was a guy, and I think he wanted to have just one more night with this girl, just one more time,
You
please.
should have played along.
I believe there was alcohol involved. I believe it happened more than once, and I believe it usually happened at 1 in
You
the
should have played
fucking morning.
along.
You know, you should have said, "Oh, where would you like to meet?"
You should
Well,
have
he
said,
kept-
Oh, I'm sorry, but I forgot to tell you. I had the blue waffle, and you might want to get checked.
Oh,
My.
do not Google that.
Are we allowed to say that on Twitch? And that against TOS?
As long as we don't just, I think it's fine as long as we don't describe it.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, let's talk about that Folgers.
Yeah.
That should be against TOS,
I
honestly.
tweeted. What? That's
That should
TOS.
Yeah, that's against TOS. You're not allowed to talk about that.
The Folgers.
But I did tweet you that I tried it.
Yeah,
And it
I'm
sucked.
sorry. Why?
And
why do you want to
no,
hurt
here was
yourself,
the surprise.
Brian?
Here was the surprise, Johnny.
Yeah.
It tasted a lot like the ones that I use for morning coffee. Kind of mild,
So it sucked.
just yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I have to admit, apparently that's what I like is something that sucks.
You
That's
like.
embarrassing.
Hey, there's no shame in liking bad coffee.
Brian.
As long as you bring out the good stuff when you have company.
Brian, you can get you can get
That's
Death
true.
Wish coffee in K cups, right?
I'm.
In fact, I think Safeway carries it, right?
I mean, someone's drinking all that free bank coffee, so there are people that like bad coffee.
Oh, I drink the free bank coffee, but my bank gives out Starbucks, so I know what coffee they use.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
and that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
My bank has good coffee.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
But
Is that-
remember, I drank Tharco coffee for about
It's either you drink the
somewhere
coffee or they.
around 8 or 10 years before I realized, this stuff is garbage. It doesn't taste like anything.
No, it tasted like bad coffee.
So
Go ahead,
Gators,
Mars.
This is what you do. You go to the bank. They also have my bank also has the little packets of hot chocolate, right? The little
Right.
So you pour the hot chocolate in your cup, you pour the coffee on top of it, you mix it up, you got a mocha. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. In fact,
what you do.
I
Now-
would
now we're-
while,
Now we're a
That-
cooking
that-
show.
That's
get
a tip.
a packet
That's a tip.
of Swiss mix
Yeah.
and
I
mix
always
it
buy
in
Swiss Miss. I
coffee
do the dark
instead of
chocolate,
creamer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No creamer. Creamer's nasty. Don't use that. That's bad for you.
Well, I hate the powdered creamer. I mean,
No, I use heavy cream.
but
heavy
by the way,
cream,
Brian,
hardcore.
Yeah.
you want some
Yeah.
fun? If you got the powdered creamer, put a little ounce in a dish, and light a match to it and see what happens.
Oh,
You-
yeah.
That sounds like a mistake.
Well,
yeah, have you ever
we've
seen
all.
flashbangs?
Have you ever seen that MythBusters episode
Yeah.
where they had like a whole keg of
Yeah.
powdered creamer that they poofed up in the air and then lit a match, and
That was pretty good.
Oh,
That was
it
pretty
was
good.
Must have been
quite
that-
the fireball. It was quite the impressive boom.
I think I missed that one.
Oh, well, they've had a lot of episodes. Whoa. Okay,
It was just a.
it was just a fat gut. I thought we were going to see some genitalia.
Really?
but
I
it
was
was
like, wow, they're doing ads with that.
but the genitalia was being covered with the flab, so we
Right.
I was like, hold on, we got terms of service to consider here.
Yes, it involved the Shark Tank and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, Brian's just
And,
running
is that
ads.
Dr. Oz or something.
I don't. So you're playing games with ads now, is what's happening.
Well,
Is-
this art thing always is that.
Oh,
I've
okay.
been playing this
Sponsoring
quite
us
a bit.
today, by the way.
Yeah, you know, that is a good question. Who is
Brian?
our sponsor this
Brian.
week?
Oh, I'm neglecting my duty.
I logged in. I didn't get an ad today, so
Oops.
I didn't get that either.
you never get ad on yours.
Now, did everyone change their Twitch password?
No, am I supposed to?
Well, they got hacked like last week or something. There was
I
a big
don't care.
hack.
I can have it.
Apparently now you can look up what everyone makes on Twitch. So the secret is out. I make nothing
Everybody
doing
makes.
this.
You mean people make money at this?
Oh, there are
not
Twitchers that make
Yeah.
fortunes doing this.
Actually, Brian, some of the Twitchers I watch, they make over $2,000 an episode, and it's only 4 or 5 hours.
Now, Brian, keep in mind
And they
a
do
lot
it
of
for-
Is that from the
47 times a week.
viewers?
Yeah.
Okay,
Keep-
you're saying it. Okay, got the ad.
now keep in mind,
I
Brian.
don't recognize it yet.
A lot of streamers are hot girls in bikinis and hot tubs. So yeah, there's big money to be made.
Okay, so there's a rainbow that's coming in the end.
How much do you think Amaranth
Skittles
makes an
at
episode?
Skittles.
Skittles.
How much do you think Amaranth makes in an episode? Honestly, of course, you can't do
What?
that because she streams the entire day, so that really doesn't do anything, right? She makes quite a bit.
Yeah, she must
And
have
that's fine.
a
That's
boring
fine.
life.
You know that's her job. I have no problem with that.
I'm sorry, who is that?
Amaranth?
I don't know who that is. Do I follow her?
Amaranth is a very famous, popular
Gators
Twitch
knows her.
streamer.
Gators
She
knows her.
well,
Trick?
she's based out of Texas. She's got a very fit body. Some of her streams involve playing Twister by herself with a automated thing, just running the spinner. Some of her streams involve her doing her workout routine in shorty shorts and a tank top. Some of her streams involve her blowing into ear-like microphones to make
ASMR.
soothing.
So she's a porn star.
No. She keeps her clothes on.
No, after she got banned,
She's-
she keeps everything on.
She's an artiste. Now also I do believe that if you go back, she's a cosplayer. So I believe that
does
she
do a lot of
has
cosplay, yeah.
gotten notoriety, and she probably doesn't do as much as she used to. I don't think, because I've not seen her
what
do
player?
it. Cosplayer. That means dress up in really fancy costumes of other characters from
Like costumes.
For video
cosplay.
games, for anime, you know.
Right, and people really get into the cosplay of really making their costumes and the makeup and make themselves up to really look like a gaming character of some sort. I mean, if you Google cosplay, you'll see that is an art form. So there's some, there are some streamers that they're just hot chick with a body. Look at me. I'd like to say that she's a step beyond that. I mean, she works hard.
really is.
She
She's
works
talented.
hard.
Yeah,
She spends a lot of hours streaming.
She
puts
streams
a
at
lot
least
in.
8-9 hours a day, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, like every day.
So-
she
so I
she
accidentally-
earns her money. Yeah.
I accidentally tapped onto an ad that suggests that you get some leave for this conversation. It's at Walmart.
Oh.
Okay.
Alexa, add a leave to my shopping cart.
I'm more of a
That was Walmart, not Amazon.
I'm more of an Excedrin extra strength type of guy myself.
Delivery by tomorrow. I added it to your Amazon
Thank you.
cart for review.
Good.
Say buy it now.
Uh-oh, you got her. You know what? The thing is,
Huh.
if you don't talk to her very much, she'll start going on and on and on. So you have to keep talking to her. Computer, what's going on today?
No.
Welcome back. I don't have an end on the stations.
Wow, she doesn't like you.
To hear local and regional news, please tell me your zip code.
Let's do that later.
No. I actually needed that for my shopping cart. Actually, you guys kind of reminded me. So.
Okay, Alexa, that's enough for now. Computer, that's enough for now.
Live from NPR News. There we go.
I called her the wrong name for this one.
You called her the wrong name because in the computer room she is computer, because you'll never accidentally say that trigger
Right.
room. And
Which is funny because the other one in this room is Alexa. Alexa, hello.
Okay.
He doesn't care.
Okay. We're listening to
Well,
mumbling
that's
in
a
the background.
Halloween theme. There you go.
There we go.
See,
Anyways.
there are different personalities. Apparently, you can get what's her name, the comedian lady that
Here,
did
this one's the one I like. Let's see.
Sean Spicer.
Alexa,
Melissa,
volume up.
what's her name?
McCarthy?
Apparently, you can
Watch this one. Hey Samuel, what's the weather?
Man, you didn't even say it's fucking magic word. In Hayward, it's 67 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly sunny skies.
Samuel.
You can look
Yeah,
for the
Samuel L.
skies
Jackson.
with a low of 50
Oh, is that another personality you can?
Yeah, yeah. It was
Nice.
99 cents when I
Oh.
got it, and now it's like $5. But yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Oh man, they're trying to make money at this.
course
They
they are.
trying to. They are.
Yeah.
They're fucking Amazon. They know how to make money.
That's right.
They got my
hey,
99
they're going to
cent.
send Bill Shatner into space tomorrow.
I mean, Amazon's got the fucking hotel on Boardwalk. I mean, that's just,
That's right.
we're Amazon. We're going to get every last dollar eventually. You'll see.
That's right.
Oh, I use them a lot, so it's okay.
Yeah, yeah. No, I
Yeah, I
could
do
sit
too.
to get
I
there
do too.
willingly.
I didn't pay for Bezos' space flight. I'm paying for Bill Shatner's space flight. I guess.
Dude, you know he's 90?
Yeah.
And I think he paid for that space flight.
I thought they just gave it
I
to
don't
him.
think they actually say. I think
they gave it
my
to him
thought was that
because-
they gave it to him, but
Yeah. Because he's
which
William
means
Shatner.
that we paid for it, right?
So, all right. I think we all need to start placing bets on how long it's going to take him to find something green to put his dick in.
Wow.
Oh,
Because
Wait, who's going up with him?
I don't know. Maybe someone will bring a lime Jello mold with them, but that's not what I
Or
meant.
someone will be sick. One of the two. I mean,
again, that terms of service. Very close.
you know, I'm sorry.
As long as we don't show movies of William Shatner having sex with green men on Mars, we're fine. But we can
Very
talk
close,
about it.
though. Yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh.
Poor William Shatner.
Poor William Shatner. No, I'm telling you, that's what he's in it looking.
Oh,
he's
there's
like
all kinds of bets. You know, when he's going to be
he's looking for the green babes. That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
He finds him, go for it.
And if anyone's going to find them, it's going to be him. So we might as well
Absolutely.
send him up in the spaceship to go looking for him.
It's fine with me. Go for it. Have fun.
But anyways, so Brian suggested that we should make this week's show a PlayStation 2 game themed show.
Well, just what the fines are. That's all I was suggesting.
Wow. Oh, I have a couple PS2 games, but I
Well,
have Ratchet and Clank. I have that game, and I think my Lunar, the Silver Star Story. I think that's for PS1 though.
Well, actually, I did do some video game shopping, but I didn't bring home any PS2 games for me. I bought actually a Sega Genesis game, a PlayStation 1 game, and a GameCube game.
I have a question.
Yeah. Yes?
Do they all have Boardwalk in them?
They do all have Boardwalk in them.
Okay, I won.
That's
win.
that's because they didn't have the European edition with Mayfair, but that's okay.
Oh, does the European edition have Mayfair?
Well, actually, I think I could change the region settings on these games to make it have Mayfair. But oh, that's a common knowledge like trivia question.
I didn't know that.
Boardwalk, yeah, England, the British version of Monopoly has different property names, and Boardwalk is Mayfair.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Well, it's too rainy to go out on a boardwalk in England.
Exactly.
It depends on the time of year, right? Is there like 2 or 3 days it's not raining?
Yeah, about that,
Okay.
But yeah, so I
And I
picked
think
up.
I was there for one of them.
So I picked up the Sega Genesis version of Monopoly, which is a pretty straightforward thing. And I picked up the PlayStation 1 version of Monopoly, which it's interesting because the PlayStation 1 version was made around the same time as the mid-90s CD-ROM version. And so they both share the same animations, but they have different like backgrounds and menu layouts and whatnot. So, but yes, Dune, I've been collecting computer Monopoly games and playing them and comparing them.
I have NBA Jam for the Genesis.
Oh, there you go. There you go. That's a good one. But Monopoly Party for the GameCube is quite an interesting game because it's got two modes. It's got the classic mode and it's got the party mode because it's called Monopoly Party. And Monopoly Classic mode is your normal game Monopoly that you can play up 1 to 4 players. It only goes up to 4 players because it can only connect up to 4 controllers to a GameCube. And you could select computer players if you want to. And, and I think there's a few different alternate boards with alternate property names that have themes that you can select. I usually stick with the classic. But Monopoly Party mode is interesting because what Monopoly Party mode does is it has everyone roll the dice at the same time and they all move at the same time. So you all take your
really watching out who's landing on your property.
Right. Well, if 2 people land on the same unpurchased property on the same turn, then they have to auction for it rather than just choose to buy it.
Or do they fight for it?
Right. It goes to auction between the two of them. Right. It goes to auction between the two.
Boom.
Can anybody say I have squatting rights? You can't kick me out.
What's that? No. The squatting rights.
There's no squatting rights in this.
There's
one?
no squatting rights in Monopoly. There's none of that. No.
Oh.
But yeah. So that's that, and I think that was an effort to make a faster based Monopoly game that really still captures the essence of the original game. And I think that is a cool concept. It makes it hard to keep track of what's going on because you got, especially if you play a 4-player game, you got 4 pieces moving around different parts of the board at the same time. And then if someone gets doubles, they get to go again before everyone goes. So that way they do get extra turns with their doubles. Now, the one flaw that the GameCube Monopoly Party has is that if you roll double to get out of jail, it lets you roll again. But I'm pretty sure official rules are if you get out of jail on a double, you don't get to roll again.
See, we always played that. You can roll double, you get out of jail, you can roll again.
Well, if you pay the $50 and then roll a double, you could roll again. But if you don't pay and you try to roll to get out and you roll the double paid for your fee to get out. You don't get to roll again.
Oh, see, that's not how we want to play.
I'm pretty sure that's you know what? Maybe we should Google this. What the official rules are? No, Brian, what did you play by? If you rolled a double to get out of jail without paying the $50 fine, would you roll again or not?
Shit, I don't remember. I really don't remember.
I'm
thinking you'd move to the not in jail side of the square.
No, when you roll the
and then
double,
your next
the
turn.
just visiting section.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Oh, you thought that rolling the double.
Then you had to wait for your next run. You did.
Oh, that's an interesting interpretation. I've not heard that one. That's interesting. That the double only gets you out, doesn't let you move. That's an interesting interpretation. Let's see if I can find where it is here.
Okay, so your question is whether you get to move on that double number that you got?
No, the question is, do you get to roll again after rolling a double to get out? Because normally when you roll doubles, you roll again.
Mm-hmm.
But you roll doubles, you get out, which puts you in the just visiting deal, and then you roll again. That's the question, right?
Oh, no, that's not the question.
Give me the question. I'm trying to understand the question.
Okay, normally when you roll doubles, like if I roll double 3,
you get to roll again.
I would move 6 spaces out of jail because I rolled doubles to get out of jail, so I can take that roll. Because it's double 3 is 6.
Oh, if that's what you roll, the double 3.
Right, and then.
Gotcha.
And then on a normal double roll, you would roll and go again. But on rolling a double to get out of jail, do you roll again after moving that 6, or do you pass the dice and you don't get to go again on the double because you use it to get out of jail?
Yeah, because the double. Yeah, you don't. Essentially, you're using the double twice.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good option. So we really have 3 options.
No, we also played, and I don't know if this is right, but we always played. You roll 1 double, you get to roll again, right?
Right.
Roll 2 doubles, you get to roll again.
Right.
The third time, you go to jail.
I'm pretty sure that's an
just-
official rule
Is that
to it.
official?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
okay.
well. Here. I got the official rules up in front of me. I'm going to read the section on
That
jail.
basically means you're cheating if you roll 3 doubles.
So,
honestly.
Or okay, before you look that all up.
Okay.
What if you're just moving? You're not in jail. You're just moving. You get doubles.
Right.
You land on some expensive property like Boardwalk. You
right.
quickly pick up the dice and roll again. If you roll the second time and that guy hasn't caught you, you don't have to pay.
Oh, for if you land on Boardwalk and someone else owned it.
Yeah, and it's an expensive property full of hotels.
You know,
You have to move fast and get the hell out of there.
that was a move my brother tried to play. He would do that stupid shit, which of course you immediately knew he was up to it because he would grab for the dice unnaturally quick.
You got to be really quick. You got to go.
You know what? We'll read the rules.
Before a guy can.
I'm gonna say. I'm going to say that in my mind, if I were playing Monopoly in a house and I was having to make up a house rule to cover a gap, that someone has till the end of that person's turn to claim rent, which means that...
Honey Frog!
Which... hello. We got a chat room. Honey Frog wants to know if I solved that big Rubik's Cube. In a sense, I did. Because I do have 2 of these, and one of them's mixed up, and I like to trade them every now and then. So but hello, thank you for noticing. I'm gonna say that you should be able to claim rent anytime before the end of that person's turn, which entails like if that person rolls doubles and rolls again. Even after they roll again, it's still that person's turn. You should still be able to claim the rent. That's what I think. But I don't know if the rules account for that.
Let's go back to the in jail part of it.
All right, so jail. You land in jail when your token lands on the space mark, go to jail. 2, you draw a card mark, go to jail. Or 3, you throw doubles 3 times in succession. When you are sent to jail, you cannot collect your $200 salary in that move, since regardless of where your token is on the board, you must move it directly into jail. You don't, because most times when you draw a card,
Directly to jail, do not collect $200.
Most other cards, if they tell you to go someplace, you have to continue moving around the board, and if you pass go, you collect it. But jail, no. Your turn ends.
Well, and they do tell you. They do say that on the
They do say if you pass go, collect 200 to remind you.
If we landed on jail, we were just visiting. We didn't actually go to jail.
Right. No. If
Yeah,
you land on it, you're just right.
And
Your
maybe
turn.
you had some friends there.
Right.
You know, that's the kind of friends you got.
Right. The only 3 circumstances that send you to jail are landing on the go to jail space in the opposite corner, drawing the card, or throwing the doubles 3 times in a row. And then your turn ends when you are sent to jail. If you are not sent to jail, but in the ordinary course of play land on that space, you are just visiting. You incur no penalty, and you move ahead in the usual manner on your next turn. You get out of jail by 1, throwing doubles on any of your next 3 turns. If you succeed in doing this, you immediately move forward the number of spaces shown by your double throw, even though you had thrown doubles. You do not take another turn. Okay, so that answers that. So the GameCube is wrong.
If you go to Facebook jail, do you send them a note saying, "Oh, if I throw a doubles, do I get out of Facebook jail?"
Yeah, I rolled doubles. Get me out.
Or just say that. Yes.
Maybe, you know what? I did get a get out of jail free card in one of my birthday cards. Maybe I can send them that.
Oh yeah, you take a picture of it and send it to them.
So yeah, the official rule is if you throw a double to get out of jail, you move that number and you pass the dice. It's the next person's turn. GameCube got it wrong. GameCube is absolutely wrong because GameCube.
GameCube lets you roll again. you're saying.
Yeah, if you roll double and get out of jail without paying the $50 fine, GameCube lets you roll again on Monopoly Party. So,
So let's refresh the mind, though. Let's say it's your turn. You're in jail. You decide, you know what? I'm just going to pay it.
well, if you pay the 50, and you can pay the $50 before
and then
you roll.
And then you roll.
Right, you pay 50 and then you roll, and if you roll doubles, then you get to go twice because you already paid the 50 to get out.
See, there you go.
But and this is
Important rules in Monopoly.
right. Because the fourth way to get out of jail is paying a fine of $50 before you roll the dice on either of your next two turns. Now, if you do not throw doubles by your third turn, you must pay the $50 fine. You then get out of jail immediately and move forward the number of spaces shown by your throw.
Yes.
So-
and yes, it's a tissue holder.
Yes. Right. We established-
allow interruptions here.
Well, we already stopped and now let's answer your question about what if someone rolled doubles, lands on someone's property, and rolls quickly. I think that will be covered under the paying rent category. When you land on a property owned by, well, yeah, but remember we talked about how most modern PC versions automatically collect rent, but
Yeah.
I believe house rules say you have to claim it, and the original PC version also required you to hit the R button
See, I
to
didn't know you
claim
had
it.
to claim it. I just went ahead and paid. I never said anything. I said, okay,
When-
here.
When you land on a property,
Sucker.
well, you know, if you don't keep an eye on things,
Sorry.
people can cheat, and that's how cheating happens. But is it
Well,
is it
it's
cheating,
not cheating
or is
if
it?
the rules allow it.
Let's see. Well, let's read what the rules actually say. When you land on property owned by another player, the owner collects rent from you in accordance with the list printed on its title deed card. If the property is mortgaged, no rent can be collected. When a property is mortgaged, its title deed card is placed face down in front of the owner. It is an advantage to hold all the title deed cards in the color group, because the owner may then charge double rent for unimproved properties in that color group. This rule applies to unmortgaged properties,
Dark
even if
blue is
another
your best
property of
deed.
that color group is mortgaged. It is even more advantageous to have houses or hotels. Let's see. The owner may not collect the rent if she fails to ask for it before the second player following throws the dice.
Wow.
So
They
it's
mentioned the doubles thing.
well, they did in a way, because they said that you don't collect the rent if you fail to ask for it before the next player throws the dice. So if you throw the dice again, that's still before the next player throws the dice for their turn. Yeah, the owner may not collect rent if she fails to ask for it
Fisticuffs.
before the
Fisticuffs
next player.
Is invoked.
And now
I
five
get to
hit
beat the crap out of you.
dude writing in. You should read the rules using the holy hand grenade speak.
And I don't even know what that is.
If thou'st may not collect thy rent if thou fails to ask for it before thy second player following throws ye dice.
I'm
That's
trying to decide, is that fake German or is
no,
that
that's
fake
Monopoly, the King
early
James
English?
version.
No, that's remember. I mean, we're referencing the holy hand grenade rules
Yes.
in the Monty Python and the
Oh, that's
Holy
where that
Grail.
comes-
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
The priest kind of came out like he's reading from the Bible, so it's like, you know, thou and this and thee, and you know, all that type of biblical talk.
Yeah. Hey, I just watched the ending minutes of Life of Brian.
Oh, that's a
I haven't
classic.
seen that one before.
Wait, have you not watched the whole thing?
No, I watched the ending. He's on the cross.
Well, why are you
and
watching
his-
the ending? You got to watch the
his-
whole thing, Brian.
I know,
Right.
but I only caught the end. This was live
Oh.
TV. But it was
Well,
funny.
it has a happy
because
ending.
He's hanging on the cross and his buddies abandon him.
But if you want to watch it, Brian, it's all just type it in YouTube. You can watch it YouTube free. All three of the movies are YouTube. Just type
On
it up and you
YouTube?
can watch it. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Or go to a flea market and find it for $1. Most
Well.
DVDs can be found for $1 these days. It's great.
I bought mine for like $4
It's
on
great.
Amazon. It's fine.
$4 is fair to pay if you want something. That's a
Yeah.
I can't
I
complain
would
about a
probably
$4
that.
DVD.
Yeah.
But I love finding. I mean, that's the thing is the flea markets just have the tables of DVDs $1 each, and I mean a lot of it is just crap stuff that like.
course.
You
Well, it's
know,
like those bins of DVDs at Walmart.
right.
Most of them are crap. You kind of go, oh.
Well, yeah. Working
I
at
wouldn't watch
Walmart,
it ever.
I mean, there was like 4 layers of DVDs at Walmart. There was the new releases and the relatively new current stuff that had like the $15 to $20 price tags on the shelf with their independent spots. There were like the $10 budget stands. Then there were like the $5 budget stands, and then there was like the even cheaper budget bin that they were just all dumped in there. They didn't even have
Right.
spots for them.
Not organized at all.
Well, what was really annoying though was that, now mind you, the tower that had like the $5 DVDs, they said all DVDs in this, on this display are $5, but each spot that a DVD went had a little thing underneath it saying what DVD went in that spot. So you could easily tell if it was the wrong DVD in that spot. But so often people would either put something back incorrectly, like a customer changed their mind and the tower's there on the way out the department, like, I'm not buying this, and they put it on there. And then you get someone that picks it up thinking, oh, wow, that's a good movie for $5. And then, when it rings
They
up
go to the
for...
register and it's 40.
it's $20. You're like, no, that was on the $5 rack. And it's like, well, it ain't. But it was on the rack and it was on the price. I'm like, well,
that's why we have a scanner nearby so you can check it. What's really irritating? I was at Home Depot the other day. I go to the bins to get some big old lag screws.
Yeah.
And the size that I wanted was all mixed up. Okay, which of these 3 is the 5 inches I'm looking for? All 3 are different lengths. And which one is the 1/4 inch screw versus 5/8 screw or whatever? Because again, the widths were all different as well.
Just buy all 3, Brian. It's okay.
It's so hard to find a good screw.
But I needed 10 of them.
I'd buy 30 of them.
I hate shopping for screws.
I just sorted out the 10 screws.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And kind of left things as they were.
And
there were a couple of employees coming down the aisle sorting out various screws, but they were mostly working on the packages rather than the open bins. And then, of course, you go to the cash register and they're trying to push you through the self-checkout. And I would just hold up one of the screws and said, I can't read this barcode. Can you?
There you go.
The threads do not form a barcode.
So
now that would be a trick.
So you said that you wanted the show topic to be cool PS2 games, and now the Monopoly Party game that I talked about for the GameCube.
Is that actually our topic?
Well, what I wrote was PS2 Party ? Because I was going to talk about Monopoly Party. And Monopoly Party that I've been playing on the GameCube also came out on both the GameCube and the PlayStation 2. So I think they're the same, but I haven't tried the PlayStation 2 version yet to compare it. Hey, maybe they got the doubles right on that one. But we could talk about, you brought up the topic. So did you want to talk about favorite PS2 games or?
No. What did you buy? Kind of like the dollar bin special.
Oh.
In fact, how much were they? Were they $1?
Well, they were all under $10 each. Now
do you have the PS2 special theme?
The what?
The PS2 special theme. It said the dollar bin special theme.
I guess we could.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I think what sparked this was that when I went shopping for video games, Kristen also found some video games, and she found 3 PlayStation 2 games that she doesn't
And
normally
she posted
see.
them on Twitter.
And she posted a picture of them. Now they're of more of the role play type, the RPG type
I
variety.
didn't see which one she had.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, well, what I really get a kick out of is when you take the current price tag off of it and you see the GameStop $10 price tag on it, and we paid a lot more than $10 for it.
Oh, burn,
Kristen
baby.
Kristen has expensive taste when it comes to PlayStation 2 games, but you know what?
I want to pay
know
more than
what?
full price.
I have expensive taste for things too.
Some
So
RPG games are amazing, though. I gotta
Oh.
say, some are really good.
I know my wife is buying good games when the cashier and her start getting in the conversation about how good the
Good.
game is, and I just
Good.
don't have a clue what they're talking about.
Good.
But yeah, no, she found those 3 games, which I think you commented on the tweet, so I'll have to find the tweet now.
I don't remember what I said. I think I just suggested.
Nice.
that we
Should I
have
assume you'll run these on Twitch? Let Johnny Gator show on today's show. Well, she runs her own Twitch stream because
Well, I
she.
understand that. Yeah, yeah.
Are
Are we gonna do a shout out for her Twitch deal?
Well, oh yeah, her Twitch channel is Lumish, and I believe I host her on mine when she goes live, so you can she does show up here. So she found 2 games are of the same series. Atelier Iris and Atelier Iris 3, and Mana Kamiya 2.
Did you show the pictures?
Well,
Did you have them to show the pictures?
I could show the picture. So I'll go ahead and click on the right things to show the picture.
We like the visual aids on this radio show.
We do. You know, we so there they are. Oh, she's gonna help me with the pronunciations now.
Yay!
I didn't know. Did you have trouble with the pronunciation?
Well,
Okay, turn off the music so we can actually hear.
Okay.
Fine.
We got the idea of the theme song.
So these are the Atelier games.
Oh, Atelier.
Yeah,
Atelier.
it's French.
It's French.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Holy
Atelier,
mackerel.
Irie.
Is all the
Well,
text in French or is it all in
Probably,
English?
yeah. I would just say Atelier Iris. And then Mana Chemia.
Mana Chemia 2, Fall of Alchemy.
Yeah.
Nice. That'll be fun.
Yeah, now I'm looking forward to them.
Yeah, and they were about, I guess all 3 of them together were under 200.
Just under 200.
Just under 200. so-
Mana Chemia 2 was,
You got a whipping good deal.
$100.
200
Yeah.
pennies.
Yeah.
And Iris 1 was 50 and Iris 3 was
Oh.
80. So
You need
just
2
over
now to complete the
20,
collection.
200.
So
actually.
this 81 has a $20 price tag
Well,
that was
yes,
under it. Well,
yes,
that's
yes. Unfortunately,
Oh, that's BS.
the GameStop who had the copy of Atelier Iris 3 before the Bowser's Basement got it, put their tag on the inside of inside cover, not
Oh,
on the
so
plastic part. So I
it's-
can't remove that.
it's adhered to the paper.
yeah, it's adhered to
Oh.
the paper, so I can't remove
So this
that.
is permanently
Go back
marked
and
20
say, you know,
bucks.
Yeah,
I
so
need
we
to
can
get-
totally
I need-
pretend we paid $20 for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
Yeah,
think about just a little.
Yeah.
So that's
20,
You go back
80.
to them and ask,
Yeah.
you know, I think I should get a little better, a refund on part.
No, we did not go back ask for a refund on that.
No, of course
No.
not. That's not.
no,
it's
no.
it's obviously
That-
a
that-
GameStop
it don't
tag.
work
It
that
doesn't
way.
work that way,
Nah.
Yeah.
and it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't do this very often because I don't see these games very often. So.
Yeah,
Right.
I've never seen those in the stores.
Mars has
So-
never seen those in the
Yeah,
stores.
no, I
No.
have the I got
So-
I don't know how, but
Do you have
I
the
got,
second one of the Atelier game?
Do you have the second one? You were just
Yes.
about to say you had the second one.
I do have the second
Th-
one.
I
Oh,
get
good.
to
So you have the
navigate
trilogy.
this. So yeah, so she has a trilogy. Yes.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So it was like perfect. I can complete this part of the collection. I have like 8. I think I have 8 Atelier games now because this is technically an Atelier game.
Oh, okay.
Have you played this on your channel
I
at all?
have Mana Chemia
No.
Student Alliance, which is the remake on PSP.
No, she has not played them on the channel yet because you just got those.
I just
Well, I mean,
got
the second
them,
one.
and,
Let me
the second
ask-
one though.
Let me ask you this question: did you look them up on eBay and see what they go for.
Did we look them
that
up on
type of-
eBay?
That's not what you do when you go to Bowser's
You
basement.
never do that
No.
because like
No.
they're
I do that.
okay.
Well,
Well,
that would
I
tell
saw
you.
them on Game
So if
Line.
they're actually selling for hundreds of dollars, you know that you didn't get ripped off. You got something that actually is valued more than
Okay.
what GameSpot sold them for initially. See
I
You
mean
know
what I'm
what?
that's
saying?
true, but like I never do.
They're- Yeah,
Iris.
Well, it
they're
would
good
be
games
just a
though,
fun thing
and
to
they're
do.
hard to find, Brian. Honestly,
I mean,
Well, that's what I'm saying. If it's
Yeah.
hard to find, maybe that,
Yeah.
and of course, hit the
Yeah.
completed sales because a guy could
Like,
be
they have
asking
the-
$1 million
the,
for something that isn't worth.
They have the manuals, and
Oh,
they're
nice.
in really good shape, and
Good.
the discs are good. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
So
not
you're
feeling
telling me that
ripped off.
you
Plus,
did a
it's a
good-
local
No.
place.
yeah, exactly.
All right.
That's great. You have
So,
Bowser's Basement near you guys. That's
you're
awesome.
convincing me that you actually
Yeah.
did a good thing.
Hmm?
Not just
I think
got
she'll have
ripped-
fun.
got-
She'll definitely have fun playing these games though.
so
That's gonna be great.
well, it looks like 3 here sold for 56, but then there's also $13 shipping here. So that's $70. So I guess we, paid Ted extra to help local business. $50 for the first one, which we paid 60.
Yeah.
But also this
And
might
you
have had
didn't
some
have to
shipping
fight
Actually,
it.
too.
no, it was 50. It was 50 because it was
Oh,
you didn't have
49.
to
oh,
fight
it was
for
it was 50. Oh, it was 50.
So that's
and
about
eight.
So I'm seeing comparable prices on.
Yeah,
eBay.
we're seeing comparable prices.
Yeah, no, that's good. No,
And the nice thing is,
I'm
since you
totally,
see him in person, Brian,
totally with
since
that.
you see him in person, you know what you're getting right away.
Right.
Yeah, you can
That's a
see the
serious plus
condition.
too. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and the discs were clean, so we didn't have to wait for them to fix the disc cleaner when it broke down,
And
like
Yeah.
last time.
you know what? Even the best part is, it made it to the house. You don't have to
Yeah.
worry about shipping.
That's
yeah,
true. That's true.
yeah,
Then have to
that's
rely
right.
on UPS
Yes.
or USPS or any of
Yes.
the shipping.
Yes.
Or FedEx, who sucks.
Because
Oh,
it might
yes.
make it to your place and it might go somewhere else around the country.
Yes. That's
Or
fun when
just,
you.
you didn't use the post office. It didn't have to go through the post office, which
No.
just takes forever to get there.
If it gets,
I love
there,
those
you know.
stories when somebody gets some mail that was mailed 20 years before or longer.
Wow, that's
I
awesome.
remember one time when I was in the BMG Music Club where you ordered the CDs and all that stuff. My CD order didn't show up, and so then they had to send me a replacement order. And then, like a few weeks later, the empty remains of a crushed box showed up. They put the crushed remains of the box with the label with my address on it still in a Ziploc bag and put that in my mailbox.
Oh, that's
Well, they're gonna be
adorable.
looking for it, so you know.
It was like, yeah, and it's like, yeah, where's the contents? That's it.
awful.
Well,
Wow.
okay,
You know
so to me, it's not the fault of the post office
That
if it
that
was
they damaged
packed
it.
if it was packed incorrectly. Now, if it fell off the truck and the truck backed over it and crushed it,
Well,
that's their fault.
BMG.
But then again, that's what insurance is
But
for.
BMG packed all their CDs the same way. They had special CD corrugated boxes with a self-adhesive flap with a window that the paper would slide through. There was not
So
much
they probably
protection.
packed it correctly.
Well, it's very common to get busted jewel cases because they had no padding in that. But so
Well,
that's,
you know,
they
that's
probably
debatable
guaranteed-
if it's correctly or not.
Yeah.
Gator, they probably guaranteed you got the boxes. They didn't guarantee you got the content.
Well, yeah, but BMG had already replaced it before the damaged box showed up a few weeks
Right.
later. So it's just amusing. Like, yeah, wow, you really screwed this one up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's our PS2 games.
One day I may play them on the stream, depending
Oh.
on if I can if I got a PS2 working.
Which we should be able to make that happen. I have a spare mini PS2 that I got at the flea market. We just need to buy. Well, we got a standard AV cord that you could use to capture it,
Okay,
but a component video cord would.
Cool.
we can work on that. Like right now, it's October. I'm playing spooky games. Right, I'm in the
Of
middle
course,
of
you got the
Luigi's
Halloween stuff
Mansion
going.
3.
Really?
So So these will sit for a while. It'll be all right.
All right, very good.
All right, see ya.
See ya.
Yep. Thanks for stopping in. I was
So-
going through my Twitter feed, and there was this woman that had a picture of herself. She was wondering if the hair coloring job was any good. It wasn't the orange that she was going for.
Oh.
I think she wanted to look like a pumpkin.
Oh,
So, Gators,
Yes?
I have a question for you.
okay.
Do you have Monopoly on every game system now?
Well, I don't have the Sega Master System version, but I don't have anything that would play Sega Master System games.
Right.
And let me think. Well, I don't have the PS2 version of Monopoly Party, although I downloaded an ISO and put it on my PS2 hard drive.
Okay.
Although I can't remember how to get my PS2 to work with my PS2 hard drive. I was trying to do that just before the show, actually, and it just wouldn't boot. And they've made versions for the Xbox lines of consoles. I've never owned an Xbox console, so I don't have any of those, but they're probably similar to the PS line. I don't have any PS3 version of Monopoly. I have the Wii version of Monopoly. And I don't have any of the current one because they make one for Switch, and I think they make a current version for the PC.
Gators. My
So there's a
question
lot.
is,
There's a lot I don't have. There's a lot I do have.
When are you gonna do a stream with Monopoly on your Oculus?
Do they have Monopoly on the Oculus?
They probably do. Have you looked?
Um,
He's Googling. I heard some typing.
Yeah. VR is one of the best ways to play board games online, is a article in the Forbes magazine in March. Let's see. FTC sues Facebook over alleged monopolization. No, that's not.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Addicted to VR monopoly, Oculus Reddit. So I guess there is a VR monopoly. Now, here's the thing, though: is it basically just like VR? You see a board in a VR room, and you use the controls to play like that's on the board. That could get
There's
I
a
don't
lot of
know.
motion
You could probably
going
go
on,
on-
and so is a vomit version.
there's something to be said for the simplicity of the older PC version of Monopoly. I mean, as cool as the modern animations are on like the PS1 version, they also slow down the gameplay in a sense. So it's like, do you like the bells and whistles, or do you just want it to be functional?
What
So-
if you guys land on the same space? You could punch the person on the same space instead of just passing by.
Yeah, there's that.
Full
Well-
contact Monopoly.
Well, one thing I don't understand is they make a Netflix app for VR headsets. And the way Netflix works in VR isn't that they put you in the middle of the program somehow. It's that you're in a virtual room, you put the headset on, and you see that you're in a virtual room. You might have a virtual couch that you could sit on if a real couch is in the same place as the virtual couch. I mean, obviously, if you go sit and there's no real couch there to catch you, you're going to fall right through that virtual couch. And there's a virtual big screen TV on the wall, and it will play your Netflix movies for you. And I'm like, is this really a thing? Putting on a headset to see a square space on the wall to watch virtual TV? Who is watching Netflix in VR? Is this really a thing? I mean, I would much rather watch it on my real TV than watch it on a virtual TV through my headset. I mean, it's what's the benefit to that? I don't get it.
You know what the benefit is? You can
What's
share
that?
it with a bunch of friends. And you can all sit in the same area, so you have multiple people in the same room.
Well, can't you just all put the same thing on your TVs at the same time and get into a voice chat?
But you don't get to have the,
Okay,
the
two-
interaction
two
between people the
questions.
same way. What?
Two questions. Do you have
What?
Netflix, Johnny?
Yes. Well, I have my
Okay.
in-laws have a
And
password.
what does it take to... I'm sorry? Oh, well, that's fine. We didn't want to talk about that, though. Do you have... excuse me. Do you have that Netflix app?
For the VR?
Yeah.
Well, no, I didn't sync it up to the password because I'd have to ask someone for it. We have the password saved in some devices. No, I've not tried it.
But do you have that app, though? In other words,
It-
can you just do when you get the password? Can you just do it?
I could.
Just do it and try it.
I
Oh, and Netflix, what I would recommend you try, The Walking Dead.
uh-huh. Okay. So now Brian,
And report back.
what is your experience at PS2? I know you've owned
I don't have one.
you owned an Xbox 360. Correct?
360, Xbox One, and a Wii
Right.
with balance boards.
And I believe some of the games on Xbox are available. Now, you know what we didn't do, and I'm not sure how we failed in this. We have so far failed to convert Brian over to be a fan of Portal, and I'm not sure how
No,
we
I played it a little bit. No, I can get it.
Portal's a great game.
played it a little bit. Is not being a if you were a fan, you would have finished it. It's not that long of a game.
What, 2 hours long?
You mean there's a finish?
Yes,
Well, until Portal 2.
and then there's a finish to that.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, I have the Portal. I do not have the Portal 2.
Well, you got to finish the Portal at least.
Yeah.
I mean, are you still in test chambers, or are you trying to escape?
Oh, I'm definitely trying to escape. I can't recall where I am, to be honest.
Oh, okay. So you played through all the test chambers and got to the point where you had to escape from the burning oven that she was going to drop you in.
Crash, baby. Sorry.
So you got to that point where she tried to throw you in the fire, the pit of fire, and you had to escape. Then.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay.
It's been a while since I played, so
okay.
I could be lying.
Yeah. No, I didn't think you got that far in it from what you described because you didn't seem to get all that into it.
No,
So-
I was fine. I just stopped putting time into it.
I think you
That's
can
all.
play that
That's
2
all.
players.
That's
you
all.
guys.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe since nobody gives a crap about my Forge of Empires, maybe I should hook up my Xbox and play that in the background.
There we go. Then we can tell you how to.
And that's
you
just
are on Twitch,
background
so-
stuff.
You are on Twitch, so you should play something.
A lot of the
Yeah.
a lot of the big money makers on Twitch are people that play video games
Yeah.
and people watch them, which
Yeah.
so that
Yeah.
there you go. Maybe
Now,
you'll
when you're making money on Twitch, is it because people are paying you tips?
Well, it's
Because
subscription-
to be honest, we've been on Twitch for how long? 2
right.
years or so.
Yeah. It's
I still don't know how
subscription-based.
Twitch actually works.
You can either pay for subscriptions or you can pay for
Yeah,
yeah, you get or
'Cause-
you can just give money to them or something like that.
because you can you
And
can
I get all of these things that my freebies are expiring, that
Well-
apparently people give me.
Well, here, let me explain this all to you then, because you've asked a lot, and we need to explain it for you to get it. So, in addition, you can follow a channel, and that's free, and you've done that.
Yeah, I follow a bunch of people.
You
And
you
I
can
don't know why Loomish is not on my list.
okay.
But that's recommended channel.
You should add that.
Online
She's
friends. Where's my
yes.
offline friends? See if they
But-
this thing's about.
But
I got
but,
Marge Consoling. Marge Consoling. Listen to that guy.
Marriage counseling.
But I don't see Loomish now because I used to see her on the list all the time.
no, she should be on
well.
there.
She's
But-
just not in the
but-
in the feed.
Well, marriage
there's a
counseling.
There's a following button. Damn.
Marriage counseling is a Twitter account. I don't have a specific Twitch account for that, so I don't know what list you're looking at if you see marriage counseling.
This is my Twitch page.
Yeah, the left side or whatever side it's supposed to be.
Okay, Dave.
I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know what side it's on. I just go tab, or down arrow key.
I don't know.
So
I
as I
just
scrolled around, it threw me out.
I don't.
But below,
Well,
so below the show that I'm watching, which didn't show me a commercial again. I can even wave to myself.
Okay, so you're on.
Below that, about Johnny,
Yeah.
it goes. Oh, there's a.
Oh,
her
that's
next to-
my Twitter feed on my show page that is fed into there because I connected that back when we were streaming Marriage Counseling every week. But on the left side is where you should see followed channels, which
Oh,
if
it is
you
left side. Okay, I was actually
Yeah.
right. All right.
but
follow channels.
but-
and
but you wanted me to explain how this all works.
but again,
and
I don't see Loomish. I don't know why I don't.
maybe you're not following her somehow.
Maybe they tossed me out
I don't think you would
because
have
I
been tossed
haven't
out.
watched anything for her
I-
in a long time.
I'd have to look at your screen.
Okay, how it works.
So you following an account is free, but you could subscribe to an account, and that's where you pay a monthly fee if you renew it. And I forget how much a subscription costs.
It's like $4.99, I think.
It's like $4.99 a month.
Yeah.
And you can renew it each month or not, or you can renew for multiple months. And if someone's streaming live and you renew the subscription, it gives them a little alert, so they give you a thank you. Subscribing to a channel might give you channel benefits, and what channel benefits you get for subscribing depends on the channel. The most common thing is that it gives you access to emoticons that are specific to that channel, so that you can use those channel specific emoticons in your chat on any Twitch channel.
And a lot of times they'll give you access to their Discord or something else as well. So
Right.
You can use their username and password to get into Discord as well.
There's a Twitch streamer, Alyssa, who is the official Russian pole dancer of the Dune and Johnny show, and her
official.
And her Twitch channel, most Twitch channels, some Twitch channels you can go in and you can watch the past streams. Like my Twitch channel, you go in, you see all the past streams, you can just play them. Some Twitch channels delete those. Some Twitch channels never capture those. Some Twitch channels will keep the past recordings, but they only let subscribed viewers view them. And I know Alyssa is one of those streamers that if you want to watch one of her past streams, you got to be a subscriber.
And then there's a couple that I watch that what they do, they take their past stuff and they stick it on an archive on YouTube, so they can watch them all on YouTube
Right.
if you want.
Right. I mean, but it varies. But that's one of the ways they get income is by channel subscriptions. And some people subscribe to get the benefits. Some people subscribe just because they like to support the channels they like.
So you don't keep your Twitch streams?
Oh, I keep them.
I mean, they're not available to.
Mine are available. Yeah, they're available to you. I don't put them behind a paywall. But that is an option a Twitch streamer
click
has.
on online friends.
Well, if you went to twitch.tv/JohnnyGators/videos, that would give you a list of all the past recordings that you could pull up and watch. So you could then go back and watch all our past shows.
I recommend watching his Saturday streams where he's putting up ceiling fans and stuff. Those are some of the best ones.
Yeah, fixing a column from 2 months ago.
That was great, actually. I laughed my butt off. That was great.
I was successful.
There you go. Oh, yeah. There you go. There you go.
I was successful,
Why
though.
isn't the button right frickin' there, though?
Yeah. No, I didn't say you were successful, but it was great.
Yeah. I had to do a little bit of modifying that part of the ceiling to put it back together.
Yeah, he used the vibrator on the wall that he was using. Or
the oscillating tool.
The little vibrator thing.
Yeah, he uses a vibrator all the time.
On the wall,
Yeah, sure. But
are you kidding? You listen to it here.
But now, Brian, you said that you've seen that that free things are expiring. Well, that's because another thing you could do, like if you subscribe to a channel and you want to show more love or more support to that channel, what you can do is you can donate subscriptions to other viewers.
Yeah.
So and some people will buy 100 free subs to give out to a
That's
random.
expensive too. Holy
So
Right.
most recently,
Yeah.
Itchy Ass. No, that's not the name.
I mean, I've seen that happen where people buy 25 or 50 or 100.
So I
100's pretty
got
extreme.
a free month from this person,
Right. That was because someone donate to their channel by buying free subs.
This person gave me a 1-month subscription to Olivia Pelagi.
Right.
And I have another person that did that.
Yeah.
I've been just ignoring these things.
Just hang out in channels.
How many of these things that have I been ignoring?
And
so I should be using those, right?
Well, what can you? I mean, basically, it means that they got money on your behalf, and that means that the biggest thing is that you have access to use their emoticons if they set that up. There might not even be anything you can do with that subscription. It might just be purely to support the channel and send them a little money every month. Yeah. It's more of a voluntary subscription model to help money come into the people.
Yeah.
And then of course a lot of streamers have other revenue channels. They might make merch. They might have a Patreon.
Yeah. Sometimes they'll promote their channel on Spotify or something else. They might have something on Amazon. And I usually say, oh, by the way, are you on Bandcamp? That's probably the best site to be on.
And some people do list their PayPal so that if you want to send tips or donations directly to them, there's that. Now, there's a streamer that is Deadpool. Deadpool, he wears a Deadpool-like costume, but he's Deadpool, Pull, and he a lot of his stream is based on kind of dancing around and joking around. And he has a model set up where people can request videos that just show up on his screen, and he has to dance to them. And you donate money to make that happen. And he's got a whole system set up that you go in, you put in the YouTube link, you put in the money, you click send, he gets the money, the thing shows up on his screen, he dances to it. And that is how I have introduced Deadpool's audience to the Residents multiple times now.
Did they ever get a response there?
Usually there's quite a bit of activity in the chat room when it happens. Oh. They're usually not sure what to make of it. Some of them like it.
But did the residents respond? Right?
No. They don't know. They're not watching Deadpool. I don't think they know how to use the internet.
But...
No. They know how to use the internet. They had a YouTube series before that was a normal thing, so they're actually pretty up on technology. That was I was dead wrong on that. But no, they don't watch Deadpool on Twitch.
Why not?
They're probably busy making their own Twitch channel.
You should email the iGuy person and say you should watch this person on Twitch.
I used to email them, and then the next thing I knew, I was banned on their Twitter account.
What
and then
did
I had.
Do? What did you do, Gators?
I don't know what you know what I probably did, and this is bullshit.
Did you use all caps?
Well, here's what happened. The Residents put out a documentary, right? And it's one of these documentaries. Now, usually when a movie comes out, there's a release date. It goes out to a bunch of theaters. You can go and you can pay money and you can see it, or there's a date that a physical media is going to come out and you can pre-order it, or you can order it when it comes out. But this movie, they kept promoting it, but there was no way to fucking see it. It's like, well, we're doing a film festival. All right, what's a film festival? Where is it? Well, it might be coming to a theater near you. Okay, what's going? And so at some point, it's like, well, it's playing in this theater in Chicago.
Is there a list of theaters that are playing it? Yeah.
It's like, well, it's playing at the Cannes Film Festival, and I'm like, yeah, I can't get a flight to Cannes because, like, I don't have a passport and I have a job and I don't get.
Wow, excuses, Gators! All these excuses.
And so, it's playing in a theater in Chicago. Oh, great! So eventually, they were playing it at some film festival in San Francisco, and they announced we have tickets for sale in San Francisco. So I go to the website and I go to pre-order tickets the day that they launch, and they go, sorry. We only have standby tickets left. You'll have to come here, and so at this point I start tweeting the account. I'm like, how in the fuck am I supposed to see this movie? Anytime you play it somewhere, it's not near me, or when it's near me, it's sold out, and you've still not given any information about when this damn thing's coming out on any kind of streaming or physical media for me to see. When am I going to get to see this movie? And they're like, oh, well, you could probably go see it in the film festival. There's a standby line. I'm like, I'm not taking I'm not driving to the BART station, getting on a BART into the city, walking over to the theater to see if they might have a ticket. I want a ticket if I'm going to take the ride. If you got a seat, sell me the ticket. It's like, am I on a line suggesting that it's a little unreasonable to expect me to ride all the way over to the city to find out if they have a ticket rather
they
than...
banned you because they just thought you were an idiot.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know if that's why they banned me. All I know is that happened, and I had some words, and that was that. And
Did you throw an F-bomb?
there may have been an F-bomb thrown somewhere.
There you go.
But mind you, this Twitter exchange was with the account associated with the Residents movie, not the Residents themselves, or the Residents Twitter account itself. So, whatever. We had words. I think I sent them a picture of me flipping off an album cover of the Residents that was hanging on my wall.
Yeah,
now,
you know what? That might have done it too.
In my defense...
Oh, is there a defense to that? I want to hear the defense to that.
Well, I think it says something that I had an album cover of there hung on my wall. So it was actually in the same picture. It was showing that I'm a big enough fan to frame them and put them on my wall. Yes, I was mad at them at the moment and flipping them off in the picture, but I wasn't taking the album cover off the wall. It just showed that I was angry at them at that moment.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I may have tweeted a picture of me flipping off a Residents album cover that was hung on my wall in a part of this exchange about my frustration of not being able to see this movie. Now, mind you, yes, they did eventually put out a Blu-ray, and yes, I bought it, and I bought it at the merch table at a Residents concert. But anyways, so that exchange happened on Twitter, and that was that. Months later, maybe even a year later, I don't know when, but it was sometime much later. I'm at a baseball game because other people wanted to go to a baseball game.
You want beer.
And fine, we'll go. And at some point at the baseball game, a bunch of people come running out in the field with big eyeball heads on their heads. It wasn't the Residents, and I don't know if they knew of the Residents or thought they were doing their own original thing, but I thought that, oh my God, I have to take a picture of this and tweet it to the Residents. And when I went to tweet the picture of that to the Residents, I couldn't because I was blocked. And I'm like, so I started tweeting the Residents Twitter account from a different account going, why am I blocked? And I think I even sent them an email. And I think they replied back saying, well, we're not sure why you're blocked, but we'll unblock you. That was that. So the only thing I can think
you end
of
up getting the picture to them.
Well, I sent it from an alternate Twitter account because I have like 3 or 4 of them. So
yeah, but so they did eventually get it.
They didn't comment on it, disappointingly. They really sometimes you get a like, sometimes you get a thumb up, sometimes you get nothing. But yeah, they did not comment on that picture. So that was well. Anyways, so yeah, I don't know. So the only thing I can think of is that my angry exchange about the movie and me flipping off the album cover may have caused them to go, well, we're blocked, you asshole. And then I just didn't notice till time passed. Well, then somehow I got blocked by Woot's Twitter account, and that was a fun.
Gators, were you flipping off a shirt on the wall?
You know what? To be honest, I don't know how I got banned by Woot, and that one was a weird one because that one I wanted to follow their account, and I couldn't follow.
You didn't even tell them to fuck off?
I probably did, but I don't know when.
I said I can't get your effing bag of crap.
This is
What's wrong?
This is the problem with discovering that you've been blocked on an account months later. This is nothing alerts you like you are being blocked now. No, you have to find out you're being blocked. And it's one of those things where it's like there was a Woot off, and I realized I wasn't getting tweets about the Woot items, and I go.
Which do you like better, Twitter or Facebook?
Twitter. But so like there was a Woot off, and I'm like,
despite their flaws.
Well, they both have their flaws. So
Wait,
like I
you don't get wooed off notifications just from their app?
I don't know if they haven't. You know what? It's been a while. This was a while ago. I don't even remember the details. So you're asking me questions I can't answer for you right now. But all I can say is I had the Twitter page up, and I'm not seeing any of their tweets come through, and then I find that I'm blocked. So I actually sent an email to their customer support department, which, let me tell you, Woot's customer support department is infuriating to deal with sometimes, because every time you email them, it opens up a new case, and it might go to the same person as the last one, or it might not, because you send them an email, you get an auto response, someone will reply to that.
You want your own case manager.
And then the person replies to it, and every reply closes it. But sometimes, like remember the I have a shirt that has the next best thing. I have a sliced bread shirt. It was a really cute shirt that I loved, and I wanted to buy it. And this was back when I was living in Oakland, and money was tight. So it was I get paid next week, and I'll buy this shirt because I don't want to.
But you had money for bags of crap.
These are two different stories from two different periods of time. I had my limit I was going to take the credit card up to, and the shirts generally stuck around for a few weeks, and this shirt had been pretty popular. And I saw oh my God, the reckoning is coming in a few days. I better order this shirt because it's going to get reckoned. The next day I go to order it, it's gone. I thought that when they said it's reckoned on Sunday, that meant that it was reckoned Sunday night, but it was actually reckoned Sunday morning or Saturday or I don't know what day. I was expecting I had an extra day.
Were they owned by Amazon at the time?
This might have been before they were owned by Amazon, or it might have been really early on.
It was Amazon, because they don't know how to count shit. They say, oh yes, 2-day service.
Right.
How the hell, when you order something on Friday, that Monday or Tuesday is 2-day service?
So actually, this was not the Twitter story, and I don't think I don't know that they were using Twitter all that widely at the time of this story. So we're off on a tangent. Anyways, for some reason, I waited. I waited to order.
Our topic is what is that?
Let me get the story out. PS2 Party.
Yes. PS2 games.
Well, you let us know when you play some, and then we'll get back to the topic. But anyways, so I go to
Lumich has to play it.
I go to order the shirt. I can't order the shirt. So I send them an email complaining, how come I can't order the shirt? You had it listed on the site yesterday. I go back to order it today, and it's gone. And they're like, well, sorry, it's been reckoned. There's nothing we can do to help you. Goodbye. And I reply back going, hold on a second. If it was listed on the site yesterday, that means you still have stock. Do you have any stock left that you can sell me? I have no mechanism available to me to sell you the stock that we have. If it's not on our site, I can't sell it to you. Sorry. I'm like, but you have shirts, and I have money, and I want to buy this shirt. Why can't you just sell me the shirt? And they kept on giving me stupid bullshit excuses. Now, I don't know if it was before this email exchange started or over the course of
what they should have done is just
this email.
Oh, sorry, it's sold out.
So at some point, I said, a cheap TV came up, and I was looking for a second TV for the bedroom, and I bought it. And then this thing happened before the TV shipped. So at some point, I basically emailed them, and I said, look, if you can't go into the back and sell me a damn shirt, then why don't you cancel my TV order? Because I'm done with you guys if you can't. And they replied back and said, well, we can't sell you the shirt, but we'll send you a free one. But I would like to point out that we are under no obligation to do this, and we're only doing this.
That was nice. That's a good way to get a free shirt.
I'm like, I'll pay you for the shirt. They're like, no, you can't, but we'll send it to you.
You know what? I would have sent him the extra small. Great, it'll fit my cat. Great, thanks.
You are badass. I love it. Mars, we love you on this show.
Yeah. Let me see. I wonder if I still have the emails relating to that. Let's see. Wow.
Some girl deleted them on you.
What's that? Oh yeah. Here we go. Let's see. Your email to Woot member service has been reached. This is an automated reply. Okay, so that's not it. That's just the automated reply. Let's see. Yeah. Sorry, the shirt has sold out. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is the chain. Original message. So I went over to Shirt Woot today to order the sliced bread shirt, and it's gone. Why, Woot? Why have you forsaken me? Anyways, any chance you got a spare kicking around you could sell me? I saw it was going to be wrecking, and so I was going to grab it today before that happened, but I guess I don't have your schedule figured out. If you could sell me an extra large of this, I would be extremely grateful. Sorry, the shirt has sold out, Mike. So that was their first response, and so then I replied back, and I said, in all sizes? Yep. We aren't printing it anymore. Ty.
So here's the deal. When they get the order, they print it on the size that you order.
I don't buy that, right? Because they
No. And they just didn't feel like doing that.
But the thing is they had taken orders the day before. All right, yep, we aren't printing it anymore. So then I said, but it was on the site yesterday. You magically ran out of all of them overnight? That can't be the case. Otherwise, you wouldn't have things to sell when you sell random shirts. Please take a look. Please take notice of the reckon date. http://shirt.woot.com/friends.aspx. Evan. And then I said, you don't get it. I saw it was up for reckoning last night. Since I noticed this, I decided to order it today when I had the money to place the order. I go to the site to place the order. It's gone. I didn't realize the reckoning was going to happen overnight like that. I see the date, but I also know you have extras of shirts. I know this because you use them for random shirts. I just wanted to get this darn shirt. Could you help a customer out here? Come on. Don't you have one left you can sell me? If we could help you out, we would. We cannot create an order for you now. There is not currently a pending order for that shirt. Then you cannot get the shirt. I apologize. Now, mind you, they did end up sending me this shirt that we're arguing about right now. So their whole, if we could help you, we would, is kind of bullshit.
So they caved. They didn't want to do it, but they caved and sold it to you anyway.
So I wrote back,
it's not available.
So I wrote back, what a tease. Is there someone further up you could pass this along to that could sell me a leftover shirt of this? It just ended, so the chances are pretty good that you have extra of these lying around. Can't someone there sell it to me? I'm sorry, we're just not printing that shirt anymore. Ty. See, notice some of these names start to repeat.
That's the giveaway. The giveaway was, we're not printing that shirt anymore. In other words, they do have that ability. They're just not doing it. What do they do? Collect a bunch of orders and then print those orders that they've got?
I don't know. I don't know if it's that they're still printing, because mind you, like I said, they took orders the day before, and then this day, they just said no.
Well, they were supposed to have it, but they cut it off early. For whatever reason.
Yeah,
they knew that they wanted to fuck with you. Ever think of that? They just wanted to fuck with you. So
here's what happened. I went to buy a shirt, sliced bread. I tried to order it while it was still available. I couldn't get the order to go through. I tried the next day. It was gone. I tried to get help from here, but I keep getting stubborn people that won't help me and just say it's not available. I was trying to order it while it was still available. Now I ordered a bunch of other shirts and other stuff, including a TV that's on its way. Here's the deal. You have two options. 1, sell me a damn shirt. 2, if you won't, I want to return every damn thing I bought from you that is on its way. The 3 shirts, TV, and Press Your Luck game. They are in transit, but I'm prepared to refuse delivery and demand a refund and file complaints on all ends if refunds are not issued.
Press Your Luck game? Why would you do that?
Well, it was the DVD Press Your Luck game, and it sucked.
So you'd already opened the package.
If you can't sell... No, it was in transit at this point.
Oh.
No, I didn't.
You already knew it sucked?
Well, no. After I got it, I played it because they sent me the shirt. So Evan replied to this.
Oh.
So Evan replied to the ultimatum email. Please understand that while we are under no obligated to ship an order that was never placed, I'll assist you. The shirt in XL will be sent.
Awesome guy.
Also, bad grammar.
Happy customer.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that they made me feel like a jerk by being like, well, here, we'll send you it even though you didn't order it. And it's like, no, I'm trying to order it. I still, like, even after they said that, I'm like, let me pay for it. I just want to buy it. You're a store.
So Mars, should you and I vote, or anybody that's in the chat vote? Is Johnny an asshole for this?
I recommend not voting for that. I'm just considering,
That was just a joke anyway.
Yeah.
Mars.
Well, Brian, what is your opinion? Was I the asshole there?
Well, you could go. You like to go to the edge. Let's face it.
I love that. I wore that shirt so much. I wore it out. It's now my Saturday work in the attic shirt because it's got all holes in it and whatever. So it's, but I didn't want to throw it out.
Stream, okay?
So I wear it when I wear it when I'm working around the house now.
You know what? Before it gets worse, you should be hanging it on the wall.
So you can flip it off every time you have a problem.
So you can swoon over it every time you see it.
Well, here's the thing. Woot now does let you buy any of their past shirts that they have the rights to the artwork for on-demand printing for an extra price. They're more expensive than when they're initially available.
Because they have all that setup to do.
So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be nice.
Order a new one.
I'm going to order a new one right now because Woot deserves the money for that shirt. So I need to find the Woot sliced bread shirt. Let me see if I can find it.
It's unavailable.
It's
maybe they'll say, "Sorry, Johnny, it's still not available."
Oh, here it is. I'm going to order it in 2XL. No, I'm actually starting to lose weight. I'm going to order it in XL. No, I'll order it in 2XL. And I'm going to get the classic.
You know what the nice thing about 2XL?
What's that? Oh, it's 8-track?
Hang on. That's funny. As a 2XL, you can also use it as a sleep shirt.
Yeah,
so
there is.
In it.
Oh.
All right. So, I should sign in to my Woot. At some point, the people from Woot made custom icons for everyone's account. And for my account, they made a custom icon of an angry person with the caption, "Oh, really?"
That's right. They're like, he's angry.
So they got their revenge on me.
Yeah. Congrats, Woot. Congrats.
There it is, right there. That's what they made for me. That is Woot's representation of what they think I look like. Green mask,
perfectly accurate, man.
pink
you
shirt.
Need to put that on your Twitter profile, your Facebook profile page.
Well,
you need to have it all over the place.
I would, but I'm really proud of the picture of me standing in front of the RCA Mark II synthesizer.
Is that the one that's over here?
That's what I set for my Twitter and Facebook. And
this
work
would be
email.
perfect just for Halloween. You can set, like Facebook. I think you can set up things just temporarily, and then go back to what they were.
So anyways, here it is. See, it says sliced bread, the best thing since bread, and you've probably seen me wear this shirt at some point in time. I'm
probably.
You must now Mars would have been in the presence of me wearing this shirt at some time.
Did you wear that when you came over?
I don't. I do remember. I put thought into what shirt I was going to wear the first time we came to pick you up.
I feel bad for that.
And then I came around the corner and I saw you and I rolled down the window. I went, "Hey, Mars!" And then you put your hands out trying to feel for the car, and that's when I realized, oh. I missed that.
So do this, Johnny.
Yes.
There's a caption with your picture. What was that again?
Oh, really?
Oh,
O-R-L-Y.
Look for an "Oh really" shirt.
All right, here we go. We're going to do one. We're going to add that to my cart. There we go. And we're going to proceed to checkout. And, yeah.
You don't want to mess up your cart with the "Oh really" shirt that you're
Oh,
going
I probably should stop sharing the screen while my home address comes up. But
I'll be
You can
there.
send stuff to P.O. Box, you know.
let's see. Is there any notes I can put to send with them?
Oh, really?
Oh, really? All right, there we go. Thanks, Army of Quad. We'll get right on that. Order 715-67331 has been placed. So you know what? I think I'm going to tweet about that. I'm going to tweet right now. My free shirt from Woot for being a persistent asshole via email has worn away 2 holes. So I'm ordering a new one and paying for it this time. Thanks, Woot.
Gators.
Love ya.
Gators. I just consider that BOGO. That's all. It's BOGO. You buy one, you got one free.
It's BOGO. and I'm going to include a link to the shirt in case other people want to look just like me.
Yeah. We could all do that.
So,
Oh.
But look for that
There's
other
a
shirt
link.
that potential
For
shirt
all
that I
the
suggested.
cool people that want to dress like me. Boom.
There you go.
Okay, there we go. You think Woot will retweet that one?
Did you
Maybe.
say at tweet?
I
At
did-
Woot?
I did at Woot that, and I'm not blocked at this time.
Did
So,
you go
Great.
pound sign BOGO?
what's that?
Did you go pound sign BOGO?
Oh man, I should have.
Oh, well.
Oh, can I
Don't worry.
edit that? Maybe I can edit it.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, I
Like,
could.
what are you talking-
I could delete it and retweet it. No,
No,
you said BOGO, but I didn't catch that you meant hashtag. Oh man, I missed out on that. That would have been perfect. The hashtag BOGO. There we go. Anyways, so my order's placed.
So Gators, did you see that the winning gourd in Half Moon Bay was 2,191 pounds?
That's a lot of pounds.
That's a big
Oh,
pumpkin.
I did. I missed that.
That's a big
I
pumpkin.
try to follow that.
How
Yeah.
many pies can you make out of that?
I don't know, but Peter Pumpkin Eater can put a wife and decide to keep her in there.
The great thing about a pumpkin is you can use pi to calculate it, or you can make it into a pie.
You know, it's probably bigger than a tiny home, isn't it?
Yeah, you could cut a hole in it, scoop out the inside, and live in there.
Yeah, it smelled kind of funky for a while.
And you
but-
can use the candles for light at night.
What are you talking about? You stupid green snap glow sticks.
Yeah. Okay, so the other T-shirt that we're talking about would be with that
Other
what was that
T-shirt,
again? Well,
What?
with your
the sliced bread one.
no, the other one, the potential one we're gonna look for.
Oh, you want to find a shirt that says "Oh really"
Oh,
with really spelled RLY. Okay, let's see if we can find one. Let's see. There is an O' RLY shirt, which is a Irish bird. I guess it's an orally. I don't think that's quite right though. That doesn't really quite capture the spirit of "Oh really." Yeah, no, I don't know what we can find. Oh, I guess an owl does say "Oh really," because I see that there is a meme of an owl with the caption "Oh really." And the apostrophe really is the Irish version. So yeah, no, I don't know. I guess what I could do is I could capture my avatar and have that put on like some kind of a custom shirt from a place that does custom prints.
Oh, you can do that. Just copy and paste it. but-
I don't know if I really want to wear. I don't think I'd wear that shirt. And
Yeah,
and
you should buy
generally
it.
I buy shirts I'm going to wear. But yeah, no, that is that is one angry looking dude. I don't know if that's what most of them looked like, or if that really was in response to what do we know about this guy? Oh, he sent us angry emails and is a bit of an asshole.
Yeah, that's probably why. I think it's funny. I'm going with that, honestly. Your name is marked on the wall for people to watch out for.
I guess so.
The wall of shame.
I didn't, because that's the thing, is that they basically set up custom avatars that you could set your own, and instead of just setting a default picture for everyone, they made custom ones for everyone, which goes to show the cool things that Woot does. But that means that most people have probably changed them to something custom by now.
Was that before Amazon bought them?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, now it's probably more corporate. They probably don't do that now. But...
So, Mars, here's a good one. It's a red shirt with a cat on it. You love that?
Uh-huh.
The slogan on it is "Coffee, Right Meow."
Oh. Well, let's see what's
Nice.
available from Woot shirts right now. Let's see. Right now, if we go to the top 20, we've got number 1 is a Starry Great Pumpkin Night. I guess we should share this rather than just describe it.
I have a picture. I have an avatar of a person with a white shirt and a purple marshmallow face.
Oh, here's a nice one that
And
has.
you can change the logo.
Here's one with the caption: "100% vaccinated, still antisocial." That's a good one. Let's see. Here's one with a bunch of cats driving up in a car that say "Get in, loser. We're getting tacos."
Oh, Taco Cat.
Taco cat. There we go. This has some kind of a volume knob, I guess, which has the last option being an atomic explosion. Let's see. This one says science. It's like magic, but real. Here we have a happy tree painting a portrait of Bob Ross.
Yes.
That is awesome.
That's
that is
yours.
that is pretty damn awesome.
And
I
you
might.
wear that one, right?
Oh man, they're all $19 now. They used to be cheaper when they were like in the top 10 or 20.
So what happens when Amazon buys them?
Oh man,
Yeah.
no. I mean, I
Good
like
deals,
it,
though.
but I just bought a $20 shirt. I'm not prepared to buy $40 worth of shirt today. Here's an bother.
Well, it's nice to know that something like that would be available. You kind of go, okay, now it's time to
Yeah.
buy that shirt.
Yeah, and now they're all available for the same price, even after they're reckoned. So it doesn't really matter if you wait.
Do they still have a reckoning policy or whatever you call it?
Well, they only show the top 20. So and they introduce a new shirt every week. So, or no, they introduce a new shirt every day. So every week, they would.
Maybe you bitching about it got them to change the policy to say, you know what, we're just going to make these available.
I don't know. I don't think I'm the only person to bitch. I'm sure other people have wanted to buy shirts that were reckoned, but the idea is that the top like 20 are available, and these are listed in order of how many they've sold. So every week,
maybe money they got from Amazon allowed them to hire a bigger production staff so they can make more different shirts.
Well, no, I mean the thing is people submit their designs. So there, and there is a form that you can submit your own designs, and there's voting that's done there that determines what becomes the new shirt of the day. So every week they accumulate 6 or 7 shirts.
Who's the vote? Is it Woot people?
I know.
Employees?
I never I never investigated that, so I don't know. But I do know that anyone can submit shirts, and I know that shirts can be disqualified if they don't meet certain requirements or rules. And then whatever wins makes it to the new shirt of the day. And in fact, but I don't know. I don't even see a shirt of the day anymore. But I also know that that they rank the past shirts by the amount that they sell. So if a shirt keeps selling, a shirt stays in stock. But at the end of each week, they would drop the
Maybe
last
Amazon
5.
said, you're spending too much time with this process. Let's just simplify it. Just make these shirts available.
Well, I mean,
We'll make a top 10 list.
They're still doing similar things. Although right now I can't touch these shirts. Don't touch this. I don't know what that means, and I don't see an option to buy it. But this is more of a store. Woot really has changed a lot, and in some ways it's better, but some ways it's not. You can get a Rebel Scum that looks kind of like a Coca-Cola shirt.
Did you submit your Twinkie Pants shirt yet?
Well, I haven't made the song yet, so it needs to be a song before it can be a shirt.
Oh.
I thought you were going to record that. I mean, you're the recording guy.
Well, Damon was supposed to write the song.
Oh, did he not take a shower yet?
I'm not a songwriter. I don't know how to write a song called Twinkie Pants.
Oh, okay.
Unless you got some lyric ideas here, Brian.
I can't write a song.
Can't Dune do it with his voice changer and his iPad with some loops?
Well, but that's part of the music production rather than...
You know what I have, though? I have the Twinkie Pants video. I have the original Twinkie Pants video.
Okay. You don't have the domain anymore, do you?
What's that?
You don't have the domain anymore, do you?
I think I still do have it.
Okay.
So the original Twinkie Pants happened was when we were doing this game show that we were filming. And it was the Wheel of Consequence that we did a quiz type of game. And if you got the answer wrong, then you had to spin the wheel for a consequence. And at the end of the game, I think Amanda had to spin the wheel 3 times or something like that. But no one landed on Twinkie Pants, and we let her trade to do it or something like that. So I'm trying to see how we...
Taking the Twinkie in her hands and licking her fingers. She's trying the Twinkie. She approves.
The Twinkie is good enough for pants consumption.
Okay. She is now putting it down her pants and up her butt crack. How does it feel, Amanda? It feels ew, she replied. Oh, she has satin on the Twinkie. Amanda, tell us, how do you feel right now?
Look at my pants.
She feels like she has a load in her pants. A load of what?
Oh, yeah. It feels good.
Poop.
Twinkies?
Twinkies. Poop and Twinkies, you heard it.
All right. Take it out now.
No,
Give us a little shimmy. Give us a little shimmy on it.
She's shimmying on the Twinkie that is up her ass.
Can I take it out now? That is just...
We have to ask our host. John, back to you.
I smell your shoe. I wore a peanut butter beard. Yeah, man, definitely.
Amanda, you've been a very good sport. Go change your pants.
Everybody, listen up.
I gotta videotape the walk on the Wait a minute. Before you change your pants, though, we have one thing we gotta settle. Dan's gonna smack you guys.
Oh yeah, Dan had to smack us.
Oh, there's little pieces in there. Oh, okay.
Anyways, that's the Twinkie Pants video.
Poor
Did we get flagged for terms of service?
I don't know. Are you allowed to put Twinkies down your pants on Twitch?
She kept her pants on, so I think that's
I
okay.
suppose. Yeah.
They never said anything you could put Twinkies down your pants.
Yeah, there's no terms of service about putting Twinkies down your pants.
I mean, we could get some Twitch.
So
If there's a Twitch person out there that knows, by the way.
So do you still talk to Damon to come up with some lyrics on it?
well, Damon's turned me down every time I've asked him to do something.
Yeah.
That was more of a joke. I didn't think Damon would actually write me a song called Twinkie Pants. That's not his style.
Everything about this is a joke.
Well, yeah,
Right?
but some of the best viral things are jokes. I just haven't found a way to make this into an actual
You could
thing.
ask Vamp. He could do a mix of it.
He could do the dance remix, but
Yeah.
the thing is that we have proven that I do better dance remixes of things than Vamp does, because my NPR Death Wish Coffee dance remix was far better than his.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I thought we established that. Do I still have that? I don't even have that board anymore that I could do that. Oh wait, I think I do. Yeah, here we go.
Death Wish. Extreme Buzz. Death Wish.
Death Wish.
Extreme Buzz. Maybe you'll be interested in a cup of Death Wish. Death Wish.
Death Wish.
Extreme Buzz. Death Wish. Death Wish.
Death Wish.
Extreme Buzz.
That was far better than his remix. I don't know if I have the file of his version anymore, though. I don't.
We're just gonna have to believe you then.
I think you should overlay the Powerpuff Girls music to that.
And guess what time it is?
It's time for me to search my D drive for Death Wish to see if I can find the original Vamp remixes.
No, we're getting close to it's time for a raid.
It is time for that too, isn't it? You know, but all right. So while my hard drive is searching for Death Wish related files, I do think that we have to take a moment to once again thank everyone for listening here to
Insert title here.
And I think we do try to be educational here, and this week has been no exception. So, Mars, what have you learned this week?
I learned every time you say Venison's name, he's staring at you intently with his sweatpants with the one little hole in it.
And Brian, what have you learned this week?
Wait a minute, did we actually see that there, Mars?
She talked about it many times.
Oh.
Very convenient hole in the sweatpants.
That's why we never sent him a camera.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, see, I just learned that. That came up from Venison because we're afraid he might show something.
And one thing, you know, we're going to keep it Venison themed because, you know, one thing that Venison learned was that white people do some strange things sometimes.
Let's stuff fruitcake down our pants.
So,
Did you ever do fruitcake?
We're putting a lot of things down our pants today, I'm just saying.
Yes, after that video that I showed you, we did a Christmas themed version. And we replaced the Twinkie pants with fruitcake pants on the wheel. But I don't think anyone landed on it, so I ate it. And then I puked it up because there was a lot of eggnog being drank. It's very colorful puke. But
That seems to be a theme there, Gators, with the family stuff. Saying.
Oh, and here is Vamp's version of the Death Wish remix.
Death Wish. Death Wish.
Death Wish. Death Wish.
Maybe you'll be interested in a cup of Death Wish. Extreme Buzz. Death Wish.
Death Wish. Death Wish.
All right, so I'll put it to a vote. Which was better, mine or this one?
Extreme Buzz.
This one.
You like this one better?
Death Wish. Extreme Buzz.
Mars?
I think you should overlay the Powerpuff
Maybe you'll
Girls
be
song on
interested
both
in a
of
cup
them.
of Death Wish. Death Wish.
Death Wish.
Brian, what'd you learn? We didn't figure it out.
Maybe
You
you'll
learn
be
anything?
interested in a cup
Yeah, he
of
learned about
Death
Venison's
Wish.
holy pants.
Extreme
Oh,
Buzz.
that's true.
Yeah.
Death
That would not be
Wish.
good for fruitcake stuffing.
No, that
Right
would not.
out.
All right,
No.
let's see who's live now. Let's
Who's
see.
live?
Who's live? We got
Death Wish.
let's see who's
Extreme Buzz.
we got a few music things that I haven't
Death
rated
Wish.
yet. I just don't remember what they are yet.
Extreme Buzz.
Let's
Maybe
see.
you'll be
Oh,
interested
we
in a
got
cup of
someone
Death
who was
Wish.
glowing in the
Death
dark
Wish.
playing an electric cello. So I think
Maybe
Awesome.
interested in a
we
cup of
might
Death
have
Wish.
to
Extreme Buzz.
we might have to
Death Wish.
turn down the death wish. Yeah, let's. So this is Elenka Cello, and so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna
Wow,
raid
that's really
her.
good.
I just need to get back to my chat room so I can. And so we're gonna do that.
I approve of the cello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think this is the first time we're raiding a cellist. So we're gonna go
Nice.
ahead and raid now.
Yay.
And
She glows in the dark.
we'll see you next week.
See you guys.
All right.
Remember, Venison's watching you.
Yep. Keep your pants on.
It's 5G. Goes everywhere.
Here we go. We are
Spooky.
raided. All right. That was fun.
Yep.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Time for dinner.
All right. Good night.